And as the continent marks Africa Day, Limpopo's Africa Day celebrations will focus on food security on the continent. Many countries have been struggling to feed their populations due to several factors, including wars and drought. LUTENDO BOBODI is standing by for us with the latest from there. LUTENDO, what's happening where you are?
Thank you so much, Desri. I think celebrating Africa is not just about the formation of African Union or the organization of African Unity, as it was called then. I think it goes back way before colonialism and, of course, slavery. You know, when we talk about civilization, we talk about the ancient kingdoms from Kemet to Buganda to Timbuktu to Munumutapa. Also here in South Africa, of course, so many kingdoms like your Bolai kingdom, of course, and your Mapungubwe. These are things that South Africa as a continent prides itself on. Of course, also our education, our civilization. I mean, Greek philosophers like your Pythagoras, your Pluto, Aristotle came to Africa to learn. But of course, as you said in your intro, the focus here, the theme here is about nutrition. And I think I like that. I like the fact that they chose that as a theme here about food security. And of course, the government here in Limpopo, in conjunction with the University of Limpopo, are coming together to see what can happen, what plans they can come up with, the kind of plan they can conjure out just to try and make sure that there's food security, there's proper nutrition. There are countries in Africa that cannot even feed their population, while other countries in Africa produce more food than their own population. But for now, just to give you a bit of an insight of what is going on here, a bit of a sense, I'm going to be speaking to Limpopo government spokesperson, Mr. Ndabe Ramakwela, who joins me now. Thank you so much, Mr. Ramakwela. I'm talking about the theme here. It's nutrition. It's about food. Again, it's about food security. Why did you choose that in particular?
Thank you and good morning. Yes, today we are focusing more on resilience and nutrition, particularly as we look into what aspects do we have as a continent that will help us go beyond and get rid of the issues of dependency, and nutrition is one of them. And that over a period of time, because of other factors, including commercialization of food and other aspects, they've deprived the communities around the continent of the livelihood and other areas that traditionally people were living on. And that's why then the government has put in a theme for this year to be resilience of nutrition. And where in the African continent we're talking about, after what we have witnessed now with COVID-19, how much of that resilience would be put in place. We are happy that agriculture throughout the time and the past 2 years has been steady, actually grown by almost over 2% in terms of what it can do. So we have seen ways and methods in which people can still live longer, and then the continent can still take care of itself and avoid a whole lot of dependency that seems to have happened over a period of time.
Okay, and you talk about ways and methods, and I think education is pivotal to that, and you chose to work with the particular university. What can this university do to help other universities in other African countries to come up with information or education around food production?
Universities are a foundation of knowledge, and their own predisposition is creating centers of knowledge, imparting knowledge, as well as interacting with a number of stakeholders and then giving learners an opportunity to branch out and see how they can use that knowledge. And that's what we have here, this partnership with the University of Limpopo, because its mission as well is to see itself working across the continent and making its education relevant across the continent. So using various faculties within the university, there's an element that we see that our partnership with them over a period of time will bring about an increased knowledge, but also to spread it far more than what we could do with single programs that a government will put in place.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. Very much appreciate that. But of course, Desiree, the program will start in the next few minutes, supposed to start at 10, but it's running a little bit later. As you can see, a lot of people behind me. And I see also people selling different things from your clothing, your beads, that reflect of course, the African culture, the polyglot nature of the African culture. And of course, we'll be here as well. We'll stick around and get to see how the day unfolds, and we'll give you more updates.
And of course, such events taking place all over the continent as Africans try to remember the formation of collective activism on the continent. We won't be able to get through to each and every one of them. Perhaps you can tell us at @theagenda_SABC how you are marking Africa Day.